this weekend, bit of a Mexican takeover in Las Vegas. Cinco de Mayo weekend, traditionally one of the big pay-per-view weekends inhabited in the past by the likes of Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao and others, because there are so many Mexicans who love a big fight night. Well, this is a big one. It's a fascinating one, Barry. They're both big draws in Mexico, but I would like to say that Munguia's gone under the radar a little bit. He's very heavy-handed. British fans will remember him from his victories over Liam Smith and John Ryder in particular. He's moved up the weight divisions from light middle to super middle very strongly, very powerfully, undefeated in over 40 fights. The one thing about him I've always known, which is something I knew about him early, he's not a big seller of himself, but you can prod and poke him and he will talk to you. His English isn't amazing, but his dad was a heavyweight amateur. And I've always thought that about him. He fights like a big boned man. Like he knows he's got like everything he does is heavy. And I think he's a great boxer. And this could be his moment to shine. And this needs to be his moment to shine. But it's fascinating that when you look at his DNA, that the dad's a heavyweight, that kind of means something, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it does, yeah. And time is everything in the sport. And it might, I think that's where the intrigue lies here. It might just be that he's on the ascendant and Canelo is, I'm not saying he's declined, but he might just be a little bit stagnant, maybe, where I don't think he gets any better. And he might be on the tip of the mountain when he's starting to go downhill a little bit. And you see that with the output. Canelo Mexicans traditionally beat you on volume and power and technique.
And on the inside as well. Yes. They go on the inside, don't they?
And everything. But they're volume punchers as well. They're very busy fighters. They're very fit, very busy fighters. Even the big punchers are. But he hasn't been of late. He hasn't been throwing blistering combinations. You haven't had to do what he did against Golovkin in 1 and 2. Certainly 1, where he had to throw lots of punches back. He bullies you with the front foot, with the pressure, and then hits you with single shots, but they're heavy and they're hard, and he beats you up. Munguia is sort of the wrong. Benavidez is the real wrong style for him. That's why he's not going to fight him. But Munguia is also a busy fighter who's heavy-handed, but is hittable. But I thought Munguia against John Ryder was the best Munguia we've seen. I thought he was more focused, more structured, more patient with his work. Even though he was busy, he wasn't rushing in with his work. He wasn't falling to his shots as he has in the past. Like Derevyanchenko, when he boxed Derevyanchenko in the fight before John Ryder, it's a great fight to watch, fantastic fight to watch for the fans. But he was too hittable, and that guy against Canelo Alvarez gets beat quite badly, I feel. But the one we've seen against John Ryder,
fight of the year, that was one of the fights of the year for me, by the way, as well.
Fight, but I mean that's
his 11th round and 12th rounds in that fight were just extraordinary.
He got a great engine, and he's busy, and he punches hard. But I think he showed a bit more patience against John Ryder.
Yeah,
and also we have a marker there with what Canelo did to John Ryder and what Munguia did to John Ryder. There are two different things there, man. That's night and day in performances, and so is the time right for Canelo to be taken off that perch? Who knows? But I'll tell you one thing, though. Munguia sells. I was in Phoenix for John Ryder in January, and it was packed out, and they were loud, and he has real fans in that part of the world. So, for Canelo in Vegas, it's always Canelo, and no one else can get a ticket. No other fans get a ticket unless you're a Canelo fan. But come Saturday night, Sunday morning for us, that might not be the case. It'll be a pro Canelo crowd, but there's going to be a sizable amount of Munguia fans there.
I disagree with you on a couple of things. I do think,
luckily,
because of this new, so that's okay. Well, I just think that I know that this tease is going on that we might get David Bennett. We all want to see David Benavidez against Saul Canelo because he's the ultimate test at 12 stone. And he's a big guy, Benavidez, and he's direct and he's aggressive and he's looked amazing so far in his career. Even though you can pick a couple of little holes in him, but I think we will get that fight because I think the Saudi Arabians will end up putting so much on the table in the end to make. And also, if Benavidez fights Beterbiev first, let's say, that'll take something out of him, because I'd love to. I think Beterbiev and Benavidez is an incredible fight to have, because Benavidez is one of those big super middles as well, isn't he? 6'1", very powerful. And we've got to remember with Canelo, he's a middleweight at the end of the day, naturally a middleweight, and he's fighting kind of above himself in lots of ways. He's taken it 4 weight divisions. I remember his debut in Vegas when he fought Cotto's cousin, Cotto's brother, actually. And I went to watch it, and I remember the great Don Chargan, who's passed now, who spotted Canelo for Oscar De La Hoya from that arcing body shot that he showed when he was like a 14-year-old kid, and said to Oscar, "You got to sign him." And he got hit by about 12 right crosses in the opening round by Cotto.
Yeah.
Because Don Chargan said, "Go and watch him." There's a man and his dog in there in the MGM Grand at the time, in the arena. And I thought, well, what's he on about? He keeps getting hit. But he came back and he came back. And he was a welterweight then. He was a little ginger kid as a welterweight. I think he was 19 at the time. And obviously I was at the Mayweather fight. And we've seen him progress. I think we sometimes forget how great he's been as well.
He's been phenomenal. I always say about Canelo, he's been one of the most impressively evolving fighters we've had in the history of the sport. I'm not saying he's the greatest of all time, but evolving fighters. He takes a lesson from every fight and puts it into the next fight. He stopped doing that when he unified the super middleweight division in lockdown in the pandemic.
4 fights in 9 months, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it took me like 11 months to get it all, didn't it? I think because he had a voluntary in between that. I think that's tremendous. But I mean, he stopped evolving then. He just stuck to what he just thought. I can bully everyone now. The Benavidez fight won't happen. I don't feel that, and I hope it does, because Benavidez is now a light heavyweight. Canelo's light heavyweight experiment failed, I think. And even though he beat Kovalev,
he's not big enough. That was a faded Kovalev, and against a very strong, clever boxer at light heavyweight, which Bivol is, and it may even take him to beat Beterbiev. We don't know yet. That skill he's got. Sure. Weight divisions for a reason. Yeah. That's simple as that. He just went too far.
I agree with you. Listen, he's been great, and even if he doesn't box Benavidez, I can't see how it tarnishes his legacy of being an all-time great fighter. What he's done, who he's boxed. Those 2 Golovkin fights alone, they were brilliant. I was ringside for both of those. And
me too.
They were privileged. They were absolutely awesome. They really were. And the man he takes a good shot, beautiful skills, and has a great chin.